33 Immortals was revealed during the Xbox showcase, and at an event a little while later, we actually got some hands-on time with it. Ryan, what are your first impressions?
I have to say, during the showcase, I thought, okay, that looks cool. The art style's nice. I mean, I'm playing Diablo right now, so it's not a roguelite. It's a little not quite apples to apples.
Scratch that itch a little bit.
But I've seen a million roguelites, so I was kind of like, yeah, that looks fine. But actually sitting down to play 33 Immortals, I was really impressed. They do some smart things with the design to encourage you to stay together, because this is a co-op game. There's no co-opetition or anything like that. It is, you need to work together to take down the bosses and the waves of enemies as they get more and more insane. We had 6 of us, so we were playing 6 Immortals. I can only imagine, 33 would be over 5 times the number of players that we just had in there. But even with 6, you've got either a melee attack. I had a bow and arrow, but what was unique about it?
I had the sword.
You had the sword. Good. Yeah, so you have 3 arrows in your quiver. You fire them off. You're aiming. It's a top-down view. You kind of aim with the left stick, and then you're out. But you recall them to you with the Y button. But they'll do damage on the way back. So if you play your cards right, you can get double the damage out of each shot. So that was cool. And then there are co-op attacks that you can do, either when the going gets tough or you're in a boss fight, where there's co-op healing, where if 3 of you all stand kind of in a triangular formation, there's icons on the screen, you'll all get healed. And then there's another one that I had as the archer, as the one with the bow, where if all 3 of you stand in that triangular formation, it'll just unleash this volley of arrows, just pouring up the screen. So I was really impressed by it. How about you?
So I had the sword character. I don't think there was any sort of power-up moves available to me, but what I was able to do was just hit with lights and then combo really quickly and use up my mana, or whatever it is, to just really slam enemies and break their defenses.
Yeah.
And then make them vulnerable for the whole team. So when you start working with those synergies of the different type of characters that you can utilize, you're able to do some really devastating things. There were a few bosses where we just obliterated them.
Oh, yeah.
Once we all did our attacks timed well.
Yeah. The art style's really nice. It's not cell shaded. It's not quite comic book. It's kind of adjacent to that maybe, but it's got a really unique, cool look to it. A lot of good color in the color palette. After playing a 6-player version of it, I now really want to play a 33-player version of it. Now we did ask at the end. It is 1 person per machine, whether it's PC or Xbox, because I thought, well, maybe you could get 4 people on one console and kind of build your party that way. But no, it's 1 person per machine, which I guess makes sense because you don't necessarily want 4 people kind of having to be stuck on one screen, and having to be restrained by the other 3 in that group. But this is one of the more unique multiplayer games I've played in a while. How about you?
Yeah, it was really fun, and I like the fact that there are a large number of players to play with, and I think that's going to get really interesting once the full roster is filled out. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought. I haven't been able to play Diablo in a few days, so it scratched that itch, like I said, sort of at the beginning, and I had a good time playing with other people and communicating, okay, here's what we want to do. Let's get these group attacks up. Be sure you heal up. We had somebody sort of directing us, but not playing for us, and I like sessions like that.
Yeah, and Game Pass as well with this, which should help ensure that you've always got 32 other players to jump in with at all times.
Absolutely, yeah. Any final thoughts on it?
Just that this might be my most pleasant surprise of the week. There's one of those at every E3 or summer showcase, whatever we're calling it at the moment. But there's always something that jumps out at you, and this is on the short list for me. Again, it looked nice in the showcase. Really impressed me with the hands-on.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Ryan. For more on all things gaming, you're already in the right place. IGN.